Remember, you are loved, cherished, and chosen. Again? Loved, cherished, and chosen. Now let me hear you say it.
You are loved, cherished, and chosen.
That's the best. Okay. Yeah.
Nobody came for him, not on Parents' Day, not on visiting day, not on his birthday. Every other boy at that boarding school had someone. He had nobody. Just an empty bed, an empty chair at the dining table, and a question he was too young to understand but old enough to feel. Why does nobody want me? This is Teacher's Boy, and this story will break your heart and put it back together at the same time. Welcome to the Daily David. Let us get into it. Meet our boy. Young, bright, full of life on the inside, but on the outside, invisible. His parents abandoned him at boarding school and never came back. No letters, no calls, no explanation, just silence. And in that silence, a child learned the most painful lesson a person can learn, that the people who are supposed to love you sometimes choose not to. Now meet the teacher. He sees this boy the way nobody else does. Not as a problem, not as a burden, not as someone else's responsibility. He sees a child who deserves what every child deserves, someone to show up for him. And so he makes a decision that changes everything. He chooses this boy, not because it is easy, not because it makes sense, not because anyone asked him to, but because he looked at a child who had nobody and decided to be somebody. Now here is where the story gets complicated, because choosing this boy comes at a price. His wife does not understand. The school questions his motives. The community talks. A grown man taking a special interest in an abandoned child. People do not always see kindness. Sometimes they see something suspicious. And the more the teacher gives, the more he risks. His marriage begins to feel the strain. His reputation begins to shake. And the question hanging over everything is simple. How much are you willing to lose to do the right thing? But here is what nobody tells you about genuine kindness. It does not ask for a reward. It does not calculate the cost before it acts. It just sees a need and fills it. And this teacher fills it day by day, quietly, stubbornly, without giving up, even when it costs him, even when people misunderstand, even when walking away would be so much easier. He stays. This is the moment Teacher's Boy stops being a school story and becomes something that speaks to every single person watching. Because we have all been that boy at some point, waiting for someone to show up, wondering if we matter enough for someone to choose us. And we have all had the chance to be that teacher, to see someone invisible and make them seen, to show up for someone who has nobody. The question this movie asks is not about a child and his teacher. It is about all of us. When did someone choose you? And who are you choosing right now? Tina Mba is extraordinary in this film. The warmth, the complexity, the quiet strength of a woman watching her husband give everything to someone else's child and trying to understand it. Jude Chukwuka as the teacher delivers every scene with the kind of calm dignity that makes you believe every single word he says. And the young Eronini Osinachi as the boy will make you feel things you were not prepared for. Teacher's Boy is a 9 out of 10. It is the kind of Nollywood movie that reminds you what this industry is capable of when it tells a simple human story with complete honesty. Watch it and come back and tell me in the comments, was the teacher right to risk everything for this boy? And who chose you when you had nobody? Subscribe to The Daily David. Every week I bring you the best Nollywood stories broken down simply so you get all the drama, all the emotion, and all the story in minutes. I am David, and this is The Daily David.